Bridges next to him. All out there with MP. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. MP with it. Started now by Jackson.
Big time hustle from MP on the break that time. That's what you need from your young fellas.
Charlotte, their last game, a win against the 76ers. Wells kicks to Jackson. Caldwell Pope outside. And stolen by MP. Fast break now for Charlotte. The finish. And MP throws it down.
I like how MP did not settle for the lay-in. He left no room when he threw it down.
The Grizzlies off to a slow start. Still without a basket in the game. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
Yeah, tough game on the road. The guys you're defending, obviously comfortable shooting in their own building. You've got to find a way to break their rhythm.
Yeah, and it's not easy to do. Much easier said than done, but they're capable of making it happen. It just comes down, I think, to will and desire.
Jerome passes to Caldwell Pope. Here's Jackson, defended by Bridges. And Jackson with the basket on the assist by Caldwell Pope.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Took him no time at all on that one. Bulls got 5 points so far.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Clark goes screen on Bridges. No problems knocking that one down. Jackson's got his second basket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
Here's Jackson. Again, Memphis. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And this Grizzlies organization, Greg, not afraid to innovate.
Yeah, we see that with the offense they've implemented. Different from just about any other team in the league. Rather than pick and roll, it's much more predicated on off-ball shifts and cutting.
The Grizzlies trail by 8. To the middle. Fade away. The shot misses. Excellent D there from Ball. Here's Bridges. Drills the baseline jumper. Oh, no, he may have gotten injured right there. He's in a lot of pain.
And, boy, when you see someone hurting like this, it's always scary.
You're exactly right. I mean, with the way it looks, what we have to hope for now is that somehow it's not a long-term issue.
And the Hornets making a change here. Diabate's checked in. And it's the Grizzlies with the ball. It's a 10-point game. Wells finds Jackson. Shoots over Bridges. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 17-7 run. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession.
Risky pass there. They're lucky to retain possession this time.
Moore left side. It's good from long range. Moore's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, they need to ride him as far as he can take him because he is pedal to the metal right now.
Shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Hey, it was a good look, one he normally capitalizes on.
And it's the Hornets, another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Out left to the wing. Here's Ball. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isolo. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Sexton, he's checked in for the Hornets. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Lakers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
Seeing where the Hornets are, they've got that #1 spot halfway through the year. Not a big deal at this point in the season, but you know that gives these guys a great deal of confidence.
Jerome against Ball. Pass to Wells. 4 on the clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Jerome, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Moore with the bucket.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Right side Jackson. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around. Here's Jerome. And another miss by Memphis.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last 3, but it just wasn't in the cards.
MP passes to Bridges. Screen by MP. Sinks the three-pointer. Ball's got 13.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Caldwell Pope outside. Back to Jerome. And another miss by Memphis. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Charlotte Hornets. Oh!
MP, a showman for sure. He has truly arrived.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. He had been watching highlights with the coaching staff, and they noticed LaMelo likes to pass from obscure angles. Coach told his team, you just can't relax out there. I want you looking for cutters everywhere. We'll see how prepared they are tonight. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but GA much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle. I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Nice job that time by Caldwell Pope, getting it to the right man. Superb at sharing the rock with his teammates.
Ball kicks to MP. Puts it up. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. MP's got 23.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Clark with it. Bridges covering. Jackson. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 9 points for Jaren Jackson.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Ball from long range. Wells grabs the miss. Memphis has gone a meager 1 of 6 from three-point land since we got started tonight.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Ball, the bounce pass. Here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Here's Jackson, and the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post.
MP, that's for 2. Again, the Hornets score.
Hard to believe you could have this kind of a flow. Unbelievable.
Talk about putting up points in a hurry. He can't miss right now.
He trains the quick shot. 27 points for MP. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Charlotte.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones.
And the basket by Jackson.
A big night for Jackson so far. He's a talented scorer and only getting better.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Hornets also with the sub. Knipples checked in for ball. And the Hornets with possession here. And we've been following this group's absolute dominant season, winning most games in blowout fashion.
Truly record-setting fashion. Nonetheless, though, it's been demoralizing to teams facing this group. I mean, before halftime, teams are often down by 15 or 20 points. We might be witnessing another blowout in the making here tonight.
Pulls it up, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. MP's got 31.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
Pippen dishes to Jackson. To the inside. Here's Landale. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Pass to Diabate. And here is Moore. Three-pointer. Nailed from three-point land. MP's got 34.
Over the course of the game, he's been very accurate, doing some great stuff.
Pippen kicks to Jackson. Here's Conchar. Outside Pippen, beyond the arc. Knipple with the rebound. Sexton against Pippen, and there's Sexton. That's good on the assist by Knipple.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
And features for Memphis. Jackson, he's checked in for Jock Landale. Jalen Wells comes in for Gigi Jackson. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in for Conchar. And then for Charlotte, Miller comes in for Knipple. And Moore subbed in for Trey Mann. Over the last 2 decades, Kemba Walker has been one of the few bright spots, Clark, for Charlotte basketball.
Yeah, you look back at his time there, he led the Hornets to their last 2 playoff appearances, Kevin. He retired as their all-time leading scorer, and now they're thrilled to have Kemba Walker back as a player enhancement coach.
On the court for the Hornets, at the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. MP out there with Colin Sexton, and it's Williams at the center locking down the middle.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Here's Jackson, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got 17.
Determined Jackson Jr. there through the contact.
Sexton the pass to Williams. MP outside. Charlotte no good that time either.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Let's turn our attention to the sidelines for the latest on Mason Plumlee. Allie, what have you heard there?
Guys, I was able to catch up with the Hornets head athletic trainer. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. With an injury like this, it's going to be a slow healing process. Unfortunately, he'll be out for a while, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. Well, at least we know now how he's doing.
Yeah, when you talk injury, the unknown factor is always a difficult thing to deal with.
And, you know, for him, just watching his teammates unable to contribute, that's really a helpless feeling.
Charlotte's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first.
MP knew exactly where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do with that one.
And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. Caldwell-Pope outside. Pass to Jackson. Outside for Pippen. Shoots the 3. Aldama finds Pippen. No good from outside. Hornets have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, a debate is brewing. While the NBA has pushed back against load management, saying it's an 82-game league, prominent voices on the team side countering that. With much more movement on every possession, modern play style places novel demands on players' bodies.
A serious challenge. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the ball.
Are you kidding me? Nasty. MP squeezing all that juice he can get out of that orange. What a night he's had.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Jackson against Bridges. Clark kicks to Pippen. Wells sets the pick for Pippen. And another miss by Memphis.
He's trying to get himself into a rhythm, but at what expense?
MP, no good.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And it's Pippen in the corner. They need this. Off the mark, and he's 2 of 8 for the game.
Well, it's clear he's frustrated. Just needs to slow things down a touch and let the offense come to him.
Yep, that one goes in there.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And for Memphis, they're shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Outside Jackson from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Diabate's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the dunk by MP.
Showing a lot of muscle on the interior. MP unaffected by the defense there.
They're getting beat up pretty badly out there.
And I don't care what anybody says. You can't keep the status quo. If it ain't working, you got to make some changes.
Clark inside. Hornets with the rebound. Moore's got 7 rebounds in the game. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the 76ers played really superb basketball. He ended up with a jaw-dropping amount of points, and he made the defense look helpless as he piled on the points. And just a huge game for him. His coaches would love to see him do it again. Guys?
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see.
Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size, with that vision, and three-point shooting marksmanship.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Bridges against Jackson. Memphis moving that ball around to stop the drought. On his 15th shot attempt, he makes his 9th basket, shooting a healthy 60% tonight.
Rim protection plus three-point shooting. Triple J gives you 2 things every team needs.
Ball against Pippen. Clark outside. Outside Pippen. Wells wide open. No good with the triple.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And the dunk by MP.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me look back a little bit, but I could never throw it down like that. But it sure does look good.
Jackson from long range. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's MP driving in.
Look at MP. suddenly catching the defense with their guard down and making them pay.
The Grizzlies shooting at a 32% clip from the field. They're just not executing. Pippen sets a screen for Caldwell Pope. Pass to Jackson. Clark kicks to Caldwell Pope. Wells in the corner. Back to Pippen. Over ball. Pippen misses. Charlotte's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. And MP throws it down.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Pippen feeling it out a bit. There's 42 seconds left here in the second. Shoots over ball. And it's Pippen missing.
And another miss. Oof, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. It's Caldwell Pope with the drive. And that one's good by Clark.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
The Hornets shooting has been out of this world. 74% from the field.
Ouch. Unbelievable jam from a player who's given us more than his share of great ones in his time.
You're right, Greg. Defense was nothing but an afterthought on that drive to the hoop.
Well, I don't think anybody wanted to be the guy at the end of the wrong side on that poster.
Here's Jackson. Shoots over Bridges. And there's Jackson on the assist by Clark. And so it's MP making things happen for the Hornets. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that court. He'll get you back to the action after this break.
And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No.
And switching gears now to that first half. Big hill to climb for the Grizzlies.
This is the worst kind of basketball.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
The front court is Wells and Jackson. Ty Jerome out there with Kentavious Caldwell Pope, and it's Clark in at the 5, patrolling the paint. That's the group for Thomas Isolo as we begin the second half.
And all of his athleticism on display there. Clark's work ethic makes him lethal on that offensive backboard.
And good! There's another. He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
Clark a screen on Bridges. And the foul called on MP. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Caldwell Pope against Moore. Clark kicks to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Unloads.
This is exactly where length and instinct combine to provide a stop. Ball doing it nicely at the defensive end.
And MP throws it down.
Yeah, he's like a one-man band out there, dialed in and on the attack.
And Jerome has got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies. Jackson finds Clark. Memphis moving that ball around. Outside Jackson. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got 25 points.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession. And we're about halfway through the season, and what better time to see how the Rookie of the Year race is starting to shape up. A lot of bright stars on this list. You look at MP, well, he's shown he's a force as we move along in the meat of the season, sitting pretty at that #1 spot now, and it's his race to lose.
This is just a special player. No question he should be favored for the Rookie of the Year award at this point.
I ditto all of that. I mean, it's taken him only about half a season to show that he's going to be one of the faces of the NBA for a long time to come, barring injury.
Jerome passes to Caldwell Pope. Jackson setting the pick here for Caldwell Pope. That one falls.
Hey, the form, the release, everything in sync and lined up. Fun watching Caldwell Pope shoot the ball like this.
Shots good by Miller.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. To the paint, here's Clark, and it's Clark slamming it down.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Ball from long range. It's rebounded by Memphis. Caldwell Pope outside. Here's Jackson, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
MP kicks to Miller. Outside, Ball. Pass to Moore for the 3. And, yep, another basket. 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
Caldwell Pope passes to Wells. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Wells has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Moore against Caldwell Pope. Shoots it. Miller, no up.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Jerome finds Clark. Wells in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Jerome passes to Jackson. Inside. Puts it up from 7, and it's good for 2. Clark's got 10 points.
They've come into the second half with a renewed focus at the offensive end. Put in a lot of work and effort into it. Let's see if they can sustain it.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Pass to Jerome. No good on the triple.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrapper.
Just a remarkable jam. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now.
Platinum level highlight reel material. That is Showtime stuff there.
Ball against Jerome. Pass to Wells. Now here's Jackson from the arc. Rebounded by Moore. Moore's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Again, what an avalanche.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. For Memphis, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Here's the 3. Wells' shot is good. 6 points for him.
He was licking his chops there. Got a good look.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
And you know what? This guy is just a natural-born scorer.
Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Grizzlies have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. Here's Caldwell Pope. Miller grabs the miss. Charlotte's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc.
That athletic ability gets Bridges to the rim there. He almost totally shrugged off the defense.
And for Memphis, they're shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Jackson from long range. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Morris, let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Guys?
Thank you, Allie. Jerome with it, now guarded by Ball. Here's Wells. Off target with his three. Charlotte shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. And that one's good. MP.
Taking what the defense gives them. MP operating right in the middle of the court.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Wells. And the Grizzlies get it back. Jerome deciding where to go with it. 5 on the clock. Wells kicks to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Ball. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist from Wells. Caldwell Pope's got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Moore. And the dunk by MP.
MP with the drive and the finish. Attacking through the defense right there.
The Grizzlies shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. Bridges against Jackson. Pass to Jerome. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. While we're in the quick break, let's show you the list of the hottest shooting rookies in the NBA this year. MP is number 1.
And the numbers say it all. I mean, he's tremendously efficient at scoring the basketball around the rim. He's almost automatic.
Yeah, excellent footwork he has. I mean, terrific in his shot selection for such a young player. He's dependable, coachable, steady. This kid's going to really go far.
And the foul called on MP. That'll be his second foul of the game. And on the court for Charlotte as we start the fourth. They've got MP. He's out there with Colin Sexton. And it's Shawan in the 4-man position.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break. Straight rim rocker.
It looked like, Greg, for a second, like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
Pass to Conchar. Here's Aldama. Down low. Pippen. That one goes. Count it.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
No good for Moore. Here's Jackson. Launches a three. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 7 rebounds in the game. And he throws it down hard.
That is not possible. What we just... is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And that's Con Knippel with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Let's it go from 14. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got 9 points here in the second half. The Grizzlies pull it in.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Pass to Conchar. Inside. Fades. Jackson misses. The Hornets have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Yep. No good. Memphis has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Shoots over Knipple. Jackson misses. The Hornets shooting a scorching 68% in the game.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Pippen kicks to Jackson. Here's Conchar. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Sexton will bring it up for the Hornets. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Jackson misses.
And you know what? If you're the defense, you got him right where you want him. Let him keep shooting those threes because he's been brutal in this half. And, guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Jackson from long range. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Connaughton's checked in. Now here's Pippen. Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box score, and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys their just due with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
And that dunk reverberated throughout this entire building.
It sure did. Up high and down hard on the windmill flush.
And you just know that's going to have a big effect on this team. I mean, their blood has to be pumping after that one, and the heart rate racing a little faster, too.
Aldama drops in the tray. Aldama's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
That's clearly a recent trend. Big guys who can shoot it from distance.
MP, no good. And for the Grizzlies, they're shooting a paltry 33% in the fourth. Not a good showing for this offense. Pass to Aldama. Clark kicks to Pippen. Clock at 6. Jackson from long range. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Moore's got his 16th rebound on the night. Takes it inside, and MP throws it down hard.
Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Look at him punish that rim.
Boy, the guys on the bench loving every minute of that one.
Pass to Jackson. Now Eldama. And here is Clark. Over in the corner, Conchar drills it from outside. Conchar's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Hornets have gotten more than 58% of their attempts to go down for them in the fourth quarter. They're 7 of 12. Moore with the bucket.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Pippen dishes to Jackson. Pass to Clark. For 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Bangs home the trifecta.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Clark a screen on Sexton. Bounce pass Pippen. Back to Aldama. Here's Conchar, covered by MP. Conchar can't get it to go. Charlotte has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. And a quick look now at how the Memphis Grizzlies' schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll take on Zion Williamson and the New Orleans Pelicans. And then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best, but if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Clark sets a screen for Jerome. That 3 off the mark.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
Wasted no time on that one.
And that shows the skill level of MP. The pull-up is a tough shot to master.
And Jerome has got the ball here for the Grizzlies. Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Clark. With floor spacing so in demand, league-wide, Clark, there are non-shooting big men on the chopping block, wouldn't you say?
I agree. I mean, for centers, you've got to have the awareness as far as cutting and moving off the ball and then using what they call circle action in the paint to create an angle for the pass and stay out of the way. Those are things that are part of the game now for the big guys.
And for the NBA, anytime there's a blip in the ratings, Clark, you've got those who will begin to criticize the state of the game. Do you find any credence there?
I think in many cases it's a bit of an overreach, an attempt to try to define something simply that's more complex, to have a simple answer for a complex situation. I do think the league is very much on the right track in continuing to listen to criticisms and then evaluate them on their merit.
Here's Jerome. And another miss by Memphis.
And since halftime, he has just been ice cold. Just can't seem to get anything to go his way.
And that one's good. MP.
Displaying the range right there. Good to see MP taking and making that kind of shot.
Jackson setting the pick here for Wells. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And MP throws it down hard.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special.
The circus dunk for you right there, guys.
Jerome finds Clark. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Now Jerome. Pass to Wells.
2 minutes remaining of the game.
Back to Jerome. Will it go? MP grabs the miss.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? My goodness.
Does he ever? I got yours. I got yours.
Clark outside. Jerome in the corner. Looking to get it going. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hornets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And the effort here tonight, adding to the W column for the season. It'll go down as their 48th win.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
When it is just a 2-game season series, the team winning game 1 has that slight mental edge going into the second meeting, knowing they've already solved their opponent one time and only have to do it one more time.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for MP.
He was on a tear. Everything seemed to be finding the bottom of the net for him. I'm sure he'd like to build on that performance going forward.
Screen by MP. Sexton's shot is good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Substitution. Number 31.
Here's Sexton. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's MP. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Now, let's send it over to Dominic Hamill.
MP, you were able to reach the 20-point mark tonight and help your team get the victory.
I don't know. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dominic, thanks a lot. And that'll do it, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us.